We tend to think of strategy as something that individuals or organizations are forming in order to advance their own position. But more and more, especially faced with complex social problems, we are realizing that it's not enough to think about your own organization anymore, your own strategy, but to relate your strategy to the bigger system. We also see that it makes a difference if you start your strategy formation process from a strong theory of change, meaning defining the change that you want to make in the world and then developing strategy from there, rather than having a predefined strategy and trying to add a social component later on. These are the issues that the strategy focus of AIR is tackling. So our focus in the strategy part is moving organizations away from idiosyncratic strategy to integrated strategy, where organizations understand themselves as part of a bigger system where synergies arise when they cooperate with partners in the environment, especially such that are not like them, that are unlike them, and bring new and creative impulses into joint solutions. The social economy canvas that was developed by the Joint Research Centre of the European Commission is one example that fosters this kind of thinking, and we're going to draw on it in our strategy part. So the more specific questions we are dealing with in the strategy part are: how do you effectively link up a clear theory of change and an effective strategy? How do you move from the identification of a specific social challenge or social problem to designing an impactful and effective intervention? How do you put this into the bigger picture of the Sustainable Development Goals, for instance? And how do you specify a bigger challenge into something that is manageable, that you can actually tackle in an effective way? We have impressive portraits of social ventures that have done so, and we hope they are going to be a source of inspiration for you to learn from, to replicate their ideas and to grow them further. Once you've formed an effective strategy, there's still this big question of: how do you communicate that effectively to an investor? How do you form a financial partnership that is able to lever the potential of your individual intervention? But also, what can impact investors bring into this partnership in order to unleash that potential? Another big issue which we tend to neglect in the impact investing discourse is that there are organizational models which are hugely innovative, which have huge impact, but where the impact model doesn't go hand in hand with a business model, where there are tensions between the two, where there are trade-offs. These specific cases, for instance in homelessness, where it's very hard to establish a revenue stream, might need hybrid financing structures and hybrid partnerships. These are issues that we're tackling in strategy, but that are also connected with the parts in AIR that we have on finance, which demonstrates how integrated these different issues are and the angles that we provide on them. These are the issues that we cover in the strategy part of Accelerating Investment Readiness. So let's start exploring.